Hey everyone, Chris Hudson again. Definitely don't have a club in my hand because we're going to understand the hub, which is really your thoracic spine, T1 through T12, as it goes down your vertebrae. Okay? A lot of people in golf, they get set up and they think turn. They're thinking, oh, everybody said to turn, but instead of turning the wheel this way, they actually turn the wheel in this horizontal fashion, which then causes to pick it up, and then they bump back to the left and go from there. Okay, now think about this. Horizontal is not what we're doing because we're bent over. So the wheel has to turn this way, and then the wheel has to turn that way. It's the way it works, guys. It's a fact. But why? Now think about this. The way the golf swing is taught, where people teach bump to the right. So look at my center here. I'm going to put my finger right there in my chest. This is the center of my wheel. Now, is there a little bit of movement? Sure there is, but I'm rotating around this wheel instead of elongating and turning the circle or the wheel into an oblong circle. That gets me stuck and I can't go where I have to go. So all this stuff about bumping to the right, which is absolutely a no-no, how the brain perceives information. So the brain's going, oh shit, now I got to do something creative, which turns everybody into ball striking geniuses because they start doing all this crazy stuff and somehow they hit the ball. Think about what I just said. Because I bump to the right, the brain goes into a panic. Everybody from here on out that is doing this garbage move is going to pick the club up and they become ball striking geniuses because they can actually make contact with the ball, because it goes against every fiber of your subconscious motor skills when you do this little bump to the right. So let's complicate it even more and do this bump to the right, start turning the hub where I've got weight on the right foot. Now I'm going to recenter, like they say, and this recenter is a squat move. So my circle hasn't really even started turning yet, and now I'm going to push off and start turning and get extended and wonder to why I haven't broken every bone or disc in my lower back. Because it is wrong. It is absolutely wrong. Because again, we already know the body's got to move in the opposite direction to go in the intended direction. So now we cannot, if we move this way, we cause the hub to elongate, and then we cause the circle to turn into an oblong circle that gets us in this stuck position. Right? But watch this, it's so much simpler. Your brain understands. We're going to move the correct side, which is the lead side of the body, to get the circle to move. Look at how everything's staying inside of my feet. Now we're going to move the correct side of the body to get the circle to move in the other direction. Look at how my body is responding. Look at how my shoulder, if I took my armpit and went down to the inside of my knee, I am making my golf swing in between my feet. Everybody's heard Jack Nicklaus, oh, it feels like I, swung in between my feet, excuse me. There is pressure. Everybody talks about the pressure plates. But when I can add there's pressure, there's a load, there's this, it's not stack and tilt garbage. Stack and tilt is like this, then they jump up and tilt back and they hit this push draw. Great. Does that work? Could. I don't do it. I'm not saying anything bad against it. It's just not as efficient as you think it would be. But everybody starts coming up with these creative methods of stack and tilt, or I don't know all the methods. They don't matter anymore. You know what I mean? Because once you understand how to move your body correctly, you're going to start understanding how to hit a golf ball. All these other methods are coming up with because people tell you, oh, you're not flexible enough. You can't make a big turn. You got to do this. You got to do that. That's all a bunch of horse shit. Because there is a right way. And when you can understand the right way, I don't care if you're doing stack and tilt, it's going to get better. I don't recommend it, but hey, whatever. I don't want to hit a push draw as my stock shot. I want to hit a straight laser beam. Shortest point between two lines is a straight, between 2 points is a straight line. Oh, you can't hit the ball straight. That's the hardest shot in golf. No, it actually isn't. When you hit that ball square on the club face, your alignment and how you get it set correctly and where I want to go, if I can hit that ball in a straight line that has a 2-yard draw or a 2-yard fade, I'll live with that every single time. Every single time. And when you start mastering these movements of how the body makes this hub and this wheel actually turn, a lot of you might be going, well, Chris, when you're turning that wheel, it looks like you've got all this weight on your right side. What about having to get to my left? What? What do you mean get to your left? So if you have to get to your left, now I have no pressure on this right leg, but as I'm here and I turn the wheel, you might think I've got all this pressure on my right leg, but if it was, I wouldn't be able to pick up my feet because if it was all hanging back on the right, I couldn't pick up my right leg. But you have to understand the motion. Everybody's like, oh my God, dude, that's all you talk about is motion, motion, motion. Yes, because when the body starts moving, it starts going into a dynamic motion to be able to execute flawlessly how the golf swing should be performed. I mean, think about it. You don't sit there and go, oh my God, okay, I gotta shift my weight to the left, open up my foot and my pelvis, and then go here and start walking. Nobody does that. They will never do it. Maybe as a little infant, they're struggling to figure out how to do it, but once they do, they're gone. But for us, if we just allow the brain to understand what it is supposed to do, now this hub and this wheel will start moving in this way that is so efficient, it will scare you. Okay? Because watch this. I'm gonna bump to the right, elongate the center of the circle, turn it into an oblong circle, bump back to the left, the T1 through T12 have not started rotating. Then I'm gonna try to push up, and look at this. Nothing. There's no load, there's no nothing, but there's this horizontal and vertical force that they talk about, right? But those forces aren't this way. They are this way and they are this way, or they are this way and they are that way. So their explanation to it is that's going to be the torque. I guess, I don't know. But look what happens if I just move the circle correctly inside of my feet. My hips are open, my chest is open, my hands are still going to be back here. That's going to allow me to come through and hit the ball. So once we can really learn to stop elongating the center and turning the wheel like this, and then taking the wheel and going to the left and feeling like we've got to go down and all this stuff, that down move, I promise you, will happen all by itself. You do not have to manipulate this stuff to feel like I'm going to jump in the air. It'll happen. It'll happen if you let it happen. And it'll happen once you truly understand the math and the pattern that surrounds the body, because we're all human, we're all pattern recognition machines as human beings. You've heard me talk about it before. So make sure to get the best information in the world. Stay right here with us at PolygonGolf.com, PolygonGolf, excuse me. You can go to the website, PolygonGolf.com. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are absolutely thrilled that you're here with us. Leave comments down below or whatever. We're here to help you understand there truly is a one-way ticket to start having the maximum improvement that you've been searching all over the internet for in YouTube to finally find the secret. It's not a secret. It is just how we are designed to move. And when you can understand that, you are going to take your game to an entirely different level. For everybody that's already subscribed, I'd like to thank you. Keep watching. We're very excited to have you. Everybody else, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and join. Look for you soon. My name is Christopher Hudson. Take care.